I'm actually gonna eat my pills right now.
Eat your pills?
Yeah, I got some probiotic pills, and I got some multivitamins, and I'll have to take my fish oil later.
Oh, wow. Okay. I feel like I should be taking pills. You take so many pills.
I'm on that pill diet. Hello, listeners, and thank you for tuning into the Fire Emblem Fancast. Sal.
Hello.
We're 6 days away from the release of Fire Emblem Three Houses. How excited are you?
I am so excited, even though this isn't a podcast about Fire Emblem. Don't lie to the people. Don't give them that hope.
No, really. But thank you for tuning into those nerds over there. We're your hosts. I'm Alan.
And I'm Sal.
This is an enthusiast podcast centered around celebrating and discussing Fire Emblem. No, we're here all about nerd culture, quote unquote.
Yes, and Fire Emblem just happens to be a very prominent force in our nerd circle, so...
Oh yeah, oh my god, we're, like I said, at least for you listeners, 6 days out. For us, it's 10 days of more agony.
Yeah, and the worst part, it's gonna come out during the end of the month where we have to, get ready to go to a wedding.
Oh my god, was it me and Sal are gonna be going out to a wedding, so heads up, there's not gonna be a traditional episode the final week of the month.
Yeah, but we still got something for you.
We got something. Stay tuned. But what house?
What house?
Yeah, what house are you gonna be going on your first run through, Sal?
Oh, that's easy. The Golden Deers.
What?
Heck yeah! Claude is my boy.
Alright, I mean, I like Claude, but Edelgard, come on.
I mean, the crests are to blame, right?
Exactly. Is she not your queen?
I mean...
She is my queen.
That's fair. I think... I don't have a queen yet. I don't know the characters. I only know the 3. Stay tuned for our new waifu emblem.
Nah. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of probably waifu watch once that comes out.
Yeah. But speaking about Nintendo real quick, do you have any thoughts on the Nintendo Switch Lite?
My thoughts for that was well, if this had come out when I was gonna buy my Switch, I probably would have bought the Lite, because I never really use my TV.
Ah, I see.
I'm always in handheld mode, and I was actually very tempted to buy that Sword and Shield Switch Lite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I don't think I've used the handheld mode twice, which is kind of not the point of the Switch, but
yeah, you have a whole carrying case for the damn thing.
I know, and I do bring it everywhere, but I don't know. I don't really use it in handheld mode. I'll bring it to someone's house and then hook it up to their TV.
Oh my god.
But I tend to play Super Smash Brothers and Mario Party.
Oh yeah.
So, party games that go well on a big screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the only time I've ever done TV was for Smash. You kind of need it.
I mean, I'm sure once I get Fire Emblem, I'll probably end up using it more.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty great, and it's $100 cheaper, so why the fuck not?
Yeah, it's a good alternative, especially if you're only using handheld mode. It also has a longer battery.
Oh yeah, they did mention that. I'm like, what the hell? Y'all couldn't have done that for the Switch?
It's funny though, because I remember I said they might be doing a upgraded version, a Switch XL or something.
Something like that, although I might say this is the opposite.
Yes, they went complete opposite. Okay, whatever. You do you, Nintendo.
I don't know, that Sword and Shield Switch Lite, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm content with my Switch, though, so...
Yeah, and I already have a special Pokemon edition.
It's true. Now, if they did a Fire Emblem Switch...
Oh my god, are you kidding me? If they did a Fire Emblem version with, that, like, if the back was, like, etched with, like, the crest and the Joy-Cons,
Yes.
or, like, they made 3 versions and you would pick the house.
Oh, man. And it's the colors of the houses.
Yeah, oh my god.
That would be so great.
The Fire Emblem fan cast.
Yeah.
But no, we're a nerd-themed podcast. Yep, that's what we are. So let's pull a fun nerd question, shall we?
Yes.
All right, for first-time listeners, thank you for joining us. This is what we call the Nut Jar. It's a jar we filled with listener-submitted questions that are just kind of like fun discussion questions. We've had things in the past like just what's your favorite anime to who in Pokemon's going to be homeless. So if you have a fun question and you want to shout out on the show, feel free to send those questions to us at Those Nerdscast on Twitter or thosenerdscast@gmail.com. If you do, feel free to include some kind of social media tag so we can direct cool people to you. But let's go. Oh, I finally
shake.
Yeah, I finally got like the Discord roles for the Patreon stuff set up.
Oh, yes, I seen that. So
I don't like that was more involved than I thought it was gonna be.
why don't you just do this automatically?
Oh, here we go. I guess this is kind of an old question now.
Okay.
This one comes from previous host and friend of the show, Kazel.
Kazel!
You can find... yes. You can find her on Twitter at Kazeloo, Cazeloo. I don't know why I took a pause there. Or everywhere else, Kazel R, just the letter R at the end of Kazel. She's a very good artist. I have several prints from her that I'm very proud of.
Yeah, same. One of her prints are on my waifu wall.
But Kazel asks, besides sleeping, what do you do in the car on long road trips? And she also asks, as a kid, but I mean, I think I do more road trips now as an adult asterisk.
As an adult asset, yes. I don't think it changed much. So, no, actually it did change because, well, obviously listeners don't know me personally, but I get motion sickness very easily.
Oh my god, that's right. You were getting such bad motion sickness when we were just driving to the convention center.
Yeah, so...
And that wasn't even that long of a car ride.
I know, it sucks. It really does.
Dang. But this was something you developed?
Yeah, I kind of had it when I was a kid, but I think it got worse growing up into an adult.
Dang.
Yeah, so unfortunately for that. So when I was a kid, I think I used to read a lot on trips or play like my Game Boy.
You know. Yeah, that very idyllic early 2000s nerd life kid.
Yes, that Game Boy Color life, showing my age there. I've tried taking my DS with me, like my 3DS, and not even having the 3D on. I'll look down at the screen and then look up and just be extremely sick.
Ooh.
It's like, so I can't play games while I'm on the go. I can't be trying to focus on words on a book. So I usually just end up listening to music because that's something I can do with my eyes closed.
Yeah, the Switch the Switch Lite was not made for you then.
Yeah, unfortunately. I do pretty well on planes though.
I was gonna say, I don't think planes are as rickety as cars, but then again, I don't know. The last few flights I've been on have all been pretty turbulent.
Yeah. But I don't even think it's like the smoothness of the ride though.
No?
But I'm not entirely sure how motion sickness works. I just know it has something to do with the ears.
Yeah, no, as a kid on road trips, I just slept. Like, you put me in a car, I was out like that.
Oh, I wish. It's so hard for me to fall asleep in a car.
It's hard for me to fall asleep on planes.
That too. Planes. I can't fall asleep in planes either.
But now, like, as an adult, TM, I don't know, I listen to podcasts on road trips.
Hey, I didn't even think about doing that.
Yeah, Was it because like podcasts are typically what, like an hour, 45 minutes or so?
Yeah, you can power through a couple of those.
Yeah, it just like makes those drives, I don't know, just breeze by.
Yeah. Oh man, dang, I should do that. I just figured out about a podcast by oh man, I already forgot his name. The dude that played Billy on Stranger Things.
I was just about to talk about that. Dacker Montgomery's podcast where he compiled his poems and put it to music.
Yeah, I just found out that today.
Oh, I was watching, because I'm still like mourning Stranger Things. I just been watching so many interviews with the people, and Dacker Montgomery's like the sweetest person.
He's so cool.
He's very humble. Turns out he was a barista.
Yeah, and he was bullied in school.
Oh, for his weight.
Which, man, he turned that around.
Yeah, no, I haven't listened to it yet, but like that was gonna be the next thing I put on in my car.
Nice. Yeah, I want to listen to it too. And, tangent. I finished Stranger Things.
Finally.
I finished it last night when I should have been taking podcast notes.
You're good. Now we can finally do that in-depth episode of the series, because my God, I love this series, and I don't know. I think I felt like I've lost a part of myself now.
Oh man, it was so good, and so you spoiled it for me. I'm not gonna spoil it again here.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I had to.
Yeah, but the way it happened and when it happened, I knew it was gonna happen. As it was happening, I was like, oh, this is like, even if you didn't spoil it for me, I knew it was gonna happen there.
Oh yeah, like I think they did an amazing job of just like we've gone wildly off-tangent from Kaisel's question. I'm sorry, Kaisel. I don't even know if you still listen. No, I think they did such an amazing job. Like they set it up in the first episode, like the stakes of what would happen with the thing, right? And then like, so in that final scene, like, oh, this is what's gonna happen.
And I know, so the ending happens, right? And I still hadn't heard your ending line speech, and I was like, what the heck? Where is this speech? And then I looked, and I was like, oh, there's still like 15 minutes of the show left. And then it happened, I was like, oh no, I can't handle this right now. Now I have to go to sleep depressed.
Compelling audio.
So back to the question.
On a road trip I took with our good friends Jacob, Josh, and Hughes, we were going on a camping trip, and like they grabbed one of those portable like CD players, and we just watched Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Wow. So that was pretty great.
I mean, it's like my all-time favorite movie, so yes, I approve.
But
I don't think I'd be able to watch a TV show or anything, which kind of sucks.
No, I don't. There isn't. Look, if you're driving, there's not much you could do safely.
Yeah.
Besides listening to audio.
I mean, if you're driving, but I don't get motion sickness if I'm driving, so.
I mean, I'm not really the passenger anymore.
Oh, I'm always the passenger. Yeah. I mean, unless I'm with you.
Oh yeah, you typically drive me,
but usually I have a lot of friends that usually like to drive.
Driving's nice, especially out here in Las Vegas where our roads are pretty good, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean,
compared to Seattle.
Man, we take these roads for granted because we both lived in Washington, and oh boy, those roads.
Yeah, no, like going out on the street, I would prefer walking in Washington over driving, because anytime I rode in an Uber or a friend's car, I just wanted to die.
Yeah, it was. I mean, Seattle in particular is like the worst, but even outside of Seattle, they have so many steep hills. I always thought I was gonna die.
Oh my God. And like people drive fucking manuals, and a lot of them are old. They don't have like the rollback like brakes.
Yeah.
So you're rolling backwards on a steep hill. Like I'm feeling the sensation right now, and it's
It is the worst. But yeah, so when I was younger, I played video games. The main game I played, I think, was Pokemon, actually.
Hey.
So it was Pokemon Red.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It feels like
not the remake.
No. Oh, okay. I was thinking about the remake. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking old ass.
I know, right?
No, I say that. I also had the Game Boy Color, so you had those like peripherals to get the lighting on the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those classic times. I actually remember when. So I love the heck out of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire because those were the ones that I kind of. That was like when I was like in middle school, kind of about to go into high school. I think. I remember playing those games and then going back to play Pokemon Red, and I just enjoyed Red way better for some reason. And I don't remember why. But my favorite is still Gen 2 though, so,
I just slept as a kid. I'm exciting.
But yeah, let us know what you do on road trips. Give us some ideas.
Give us some tips.
Yeah. What podcasts do you listen to?
Hopefully this one.
Hashtag shout out.
Yeah. Before we get into the things that we loved and got excited about this week, we want to take this chance to thank our patrons. So, thank you, Johnny, and thank you, Eloy. I mean, we say this every week, but it really is just like we can't express how much gratitude, you guys help support the show. So I guess I'll just leave it at like, thank you so much and we love you.
Yeah, it's how do you express your undying love?
But Sal.
Yes?
What did you get excited about this week?
Oh, that's right. I'm first this week.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, because I remember last week I was just an emotional wreck.
Oh, you're right. You were. Oh, man. Quick tangent real quick. I love how when you tweeted, you're like, and this week's episode, we explore every emotion on the emotional spectrum. That was great. I loved it.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
But my topic for today is going to be music, which, yeah, kind of a throwback. I mean, I talk about music all the time, but I think music was my very first topic. So, for the listeners who don't know, I am a huge music nerd, especially when it comes to lyrics in music. I don't know why, but lyrics usually make or break a song for me, or at least when it comes to longevity, because, I mean, if a song's good, I'll like it, but if the lyrics don't stick, they usually don't stay on my playlist.
I'm the same.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the one song that's like persistent on my playlist that I don't purge is like Tracy Chapman's Fast Car.
I
know you don't know that. It's surprising you don't know that because you're older than me, and that's an old ass song.
Ah, well, I will say old music is kind of lost on me a bit.
Okay, well, listen to that song, Sal, and listeners. The lyrics in that and the song, there's a lot of depth to it.
Ooh, I do like depth. So in the past, I've talked about metal, K-pop, and Broadway musicals.
Oh my god, you have.
Yeah, I had to look that up a bit. So today I'm going to be talking about rap. So, my diversity in music genres is pretty vast, to say the least.
Yeah, you rap to K-pop, that's an incredibly large scale.
I wouldn't say that. There's rap in K-pop.
Oh, that's true. Wait, do you listen to K-pop rap?
I mean, no, I usually listen to like the bubblegum K-pop. Anyway, but yeah, so today I'm talking about rap. Specifically the artist NF, aka Nathan John Feuerstein, who just released his fourth and final single called Time.
Whoa.
And it is the last single for his new album that's going to drop July 26th of this month called The Search.
I think that's the same day as Fire Emblem coming out.
Oh, I thought Fire Emblem was 25th. Anyway, so a little backstory on NF. Do you know who NF is, by the way?
No, when you sent me the song, that was the first time I'd ever heard anything by him and even heard of him.
Oh, okay. So I'm about to introduce you to a new artist.
Please.
So NF, he grew up in Gladwin, Michigan. He's 28 years old, which, I'm 26, so I hate that. Like, he's doing so well, and here I am. Anyway.
Jealousy. Sal, there are DJs that are younger than me.
Oh, I know. Like, when I figured out how old Shawn Mendes was, I wanted to cry. But anyway.
We love these artists. We're just envious.
He actually got his career start at a fine arts festival organized by a church.
Whoa.
So he has a pretty big religious background, but he does not define himself as a Christian artist, although he mentions God and religion in a lot of his music. His first album, Mansion, came out in March of 2015, and his best-known song is called Let You Down, which was on the radio for quite some time, which I'm guessing you haven't heard of.
I feel like I might have heard this. Sorry, you can hear me clicking away now. Okay, no, I skipped into the middle song. I have not heard this, but Jesus Christ, this music video.
Yeah, his music's always intense. But, so, background out of the way, this album that's coming out in 2019, his last album came out in 2017, so since then he's kind of steadily putting out these singles, which the first one came out, it was called Why, and it was in late of 2018, and the other 3 came out in like the last couple months, with this last one being called Time, which is his most recent one, and it is a song about a relationship on the verge of collapse and what it's like to be in the moment of that. And the music video is pretty intense. It's about this couple like breaking up, and the whole video is kind of going backwards in time, so everything's being filmed in reverse or being played in reverse.
Yeah.
As you see the couple like breaking up to where they first started and fell in love and stuff. So it's pretty intense.
It's very sad. It's very intense. I think it's great from an artistic standpoint. I think ever since I met you, I've really gotten more into storytelling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'm just and I'm just like, wow, this music video, like, the story it tells is like so fucking sad, because midway through you see them at the diner, right? And they're like, I don't know, they're depressed, they're not happy. And at the end of the music video, you see that's where they fucking met.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, jeez.
It's, oh, man, pulling at them heartstrings. But, so I actually think that song in particular is a very good indication of his music in general. This dude writes
sad,
very, very emotionally charged songs. His whole tagline is NF real music.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's why his songs are very deep, because he likes to talk about very personal and real world stuff. And I mean, one of the reasons why I like rap so much is that I think rap has an advantage over other genres where they're able to fit more lyrics into a song than other artists. And sometimes I think rap artists don't utilize that advantage enough, but I think he does such a good job with that. With this song Time, he actually has kind of 2 flavors of music, where it's this very deep and emotionally charged songs, and then the other half is more aggressive. And I wanted to actually show you a song on the more aggressive side.
Okay.
This is a song called The Search, which is the name of the album that's about to come out, and it was the last single that came out, so...
I'm a little scared right now.
It's still deep, because that's kind of all, that's what he talks about, but it is more, like, you'll be able to tell.
Should I listen to the whole thing or just skip into it?
You can listen to the whole thing, I don't mind.
Alright, damn. Okay, aggressive was the right word, but also cathartic?
Yeah, it's a very weird mix of emotions. That's like the 2 versions of his music that he likes to, sing about. Very, very heavy beats, or very mellow ones. That song in particular, so The Search, the music video actually kind of goes with the song, because it's him in like an open field carrying around.
I was gonna say more like a desolate, like, wasteland.
Like a desolate wasteland, carrying a basket that has these black balloons attached to the back, and there are other people around him in white, where he's wearing black, doing the same thing. And I haven't really confirmed this, but I'm pretty sure the music video is about him, searching kind of for what to do next in life and being free to do it, but still being held down by his insecurities, which are the balloons that are attached to the back of his cart. And ultimately the fear being that at the end of the day, he might end up like everyone else, which is represented in the guy giving him the white clothing at the end.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, his music's just really good. I think it's so easy to relate to because his songs talk a lot about mental health, insecurities, poverty, relationships.
It's all very real topic.
Very real topics. And I think it's very generalized to the point that anyone, people go through these things. So I think that's what makes him so popular, or should make him so popular, but I think he's a bit underrated.
It's all very resonant.
Yeah, that's why I love him so much, and I'm super excited for his new album because all 4 of these singles that he's released so far have just been on heavy rotation on my playlist. So his album's gonna have 20 songs on it.
Whoa, and he dropped 4 of them?
Yeah, that's a lot of songs, so I'm hoping there's going to be a lot more songs on my playlist.
That's like twice the number of songs on a normal album, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be good. And I read somewhere, I don't remember where, but I read somewhere that someone believes that because his last album was about him, it was called Perception, and it was about him feeling like he's being put in a cage. And so this next album is called The Search, and it's like, what do you do when you're free and out of the cage?
Mm-hmm.
So like where do you go from there? So I'm excited about that. It's gonna be real.
I was gonna say that for The Search, the very erratic orchestra music I thought was really cool.
Yeah, it's different because I don't usually expect that in rap music. So. But, I love orchestra music, so I'm super down when anyone utilizes that. Yeah, that's all I got excited about. NF is a super, super cool artist. You should definitely go check him out.
What's the release date on the album again?
July 26th. All right, Alan.
Hello.
What did you get excited about this week?
So what I got excited about was a comic.
Yay!
It is called, well, it's a new mystery, not new. It's 2 months old now. But
new to you.
Yeah, it's new. Well, I got the first issue last month, and it was kind of like all set up kind of issue, and it was nice.
Oh, got it.
It hadn't gotten to like pulled me in yet.
Yeah.
So I got the second issue this month. I'm like, holy shit, that got twisty. But it's a mystery thriller miniseries. It's going to be a 6-part series written by your favorite, Brian Michael Bendis.
I wouldn't necessarily call him my favorite, but he's definitely, I like him.
Didn't you name him like your favorite person in 2018?
Yes, but that's because of the stuff he did in 2018 and because he went from, what was it? He went from like CEO back down to content creator or something. I totally forgot, but...
okay.
Yeah.
And the art is done by Alex Maleev.
Ooh.
Yeah, apparently these two are close friends, and they've worked on Punisher comics a lot together, or something like that. I don't know. Daredevil? I don't read Marvel. That implies I read DC. But the miniseries is called Event Leviathan.
Okay.
And it is a mystery thriller starring the DC Universe's greatest detectives.
So, Batman.
Yes, Batman is in it.
Detective Chimp.
Really?
Is he in it?
No, so the team of detectives that we've seen include Batman, Lois Lane, The Question, Green Arrow, Plastic Man Robin, and someone I don't recognize who kind of looks like Katana.
Green Arrow?
Green Arrow?
Okay.
But yeah, so the kind of plot synopsis is like in the aftermath of like the destruction of the world's intelligence organizations, you know, the DEO, Spiral, the Cobra Cult, Argus, Task Force X, Amanda Waller, Sam Lane, you know, Lois Lane's dad, they're more or less gone. They've all been destroyed in more or less one day.
Oh.
Yes. And no one knows how. All the scenes of destruction have left no bodies.
Well, dang.
And the only thing anyone knows is that an organization named Leviathan is responsible. But no one knows who or what Leviathan is. And all the detectives are working the case separately. But then they get pulled together. And, you know, the only clue they have to go on right now is that Leviathan was the name of a splinter group that Talia al Ghul used to lead.
Ooh. That must hit a sore spot for Bruce.
Right? But like I said, our team is Batman, Lois Lane, The Question, which the reason why I got, you know, I bought or subscribed to the series was, one, at the time my pull box had finished. All the subscriptions I had, which were Adventure Time and Journey into Mystery, were finished. So Chaz at Maximum Comics gave me some recommendations.
Nice.
So The Question was on the cover of the first comic, but he actually ended up not really doing anything in the first issue.
I hate when covers do that.
But so I saw him on the cover, and I liked him on Justice League Unlimited. That was the only time I ever seen him for the short stint he was on there where he tried to kill Lex Luthor and he dated Huntress.
Yeah, I actually don't know much about The Question.
Apparently he's a redhead, according to Justice League Unlimited.
Okay, that's one thing I needed to know.
Gotta love those gingers.
Of course.
They all die in Justice League eventually. I'm sorry. So, you know, The Question really do much. But what did keep me around in the first issue was, like, you know, Lois Lane was there. And I didn't grow up watching Smallville. And I didn't really watch or read anything Superman focused. So the only thing I'd ever seen Lois Lane do, or like the role she played, was just the damsel in distress.
Yeah. See, when you say Lois Lane, like, that gets me super interested because I love Lois Lane.
Yeah, I know, like, you grew up with Smallville. You know how awesome these characters are.
Yeah.
I don't, but now I'm finding out. So in the first issue, like, Lois Lane, like, just fucking takes charge. And actually, I found out July 3rd, Lois Lane series came out.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, well, that's a tangent. But yeah, in this, in Event Leviathan first issue, Lois Lane and Batman go on the scene of the crime. She starts taking charge. Superman is off-world due to something that had involved Talia al Ghul kidnapping him. Lois's father was, you know, attacked in the initial, like, destruction of world intelligence organizations. So she's got, like, a lot of personal stakes in this now. And then she's actually the one that suggests that to Batman, hey, let's get all the world's greatest detectives together. You, me, Question, all these people, and form a team to figure this out. Because if anyone's going to do it, it's us.
Right.
Yeah, and like I said, at the time of this recording, there's only 2 issues out. And it was the second issue that got me into it. The whole issue is just, and The Question actually does something in this one. Batman and Red Hood talking with each other about the events that have occurred. So you really get that kind of noir-esque, like, hey, here's the mystery, and they're talking over it kind of stuff, like, thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I don't know, it's nice. And I guess maybe I've kind of been looking like something, or I've been looking for something like that ever since we saw Spider-Man Noir.
Yes.
Yeah, just, you know, a nice mystery thriller.
Yeah. It's one of the biggest things that people tend to forget about Batman is that he's the world's greatest detective. And you don't get that a lot in his books, so it's nice to have that as kind of the prominent focus of this.
Was it, you just see him, like, beat down on super villains that aren't really they're doing shady shit, but they're, like, out there, like, hey, it's me, I'm the shady guy.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, didn't need a detective to do that much.
Mystery solved.
Especially, like, the Joker. It's like, hey, look at me. I mean, everything about this sounds super cool, especially the lineup. Like, I mean, to the people who don't know and are kind of like Alan,
Hello.
Lois Lane is like a total badass. and she's probably one of the coolest human characters that isn't a superhero in the whole DC universe. Like, she does not care that she doesn't have powers. She just is so ruthless and always gets to the bottom of whatever's happening. She's like the most competent superhero love interest, to me at least.
She'll get up in the mystery. She'll get Jimmy Olsen killed. She doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly. Rip to another redhead.
Oh no! Why DC?
But yeah, she's great. And Jason Todd, I mean, everyone loves Red Hood. I love Green Arrow, though I don't know why he's that much a part of this lineup. I don't ever think about him as a detective, but I guess.
I love Green Arrow, so I'm glad he's in here.
I mean, yeah, I do love him. And if anything, I haven't read the book, but having him there just for comedic purposes is probably great.
Oh, well, there is comic relief, and it's Plastic Man.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think Green Arrow seems pretty serious so far.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, Plastic Man does show him up when it comes to comedy.
Yeah. Oh my god, like the pages of Plastic Man in issue 2, that's fucking hilarious, because you have our main antagonist, the fucking hooded villain, talking about New World Order, blah, blah, blah. And just trying to do this whole serious spiel with Plastic Man, and Plastic Man just keeps responding in jokes. I'm like, oh my god.
You caught me monologuing. Yeah, I remember when... So I used to think Plastic Man was a stupid character. And yeah, until I read Injustice, and I realized he's like one of the coolest characters ever. And you should not take him for granted because he's also like one of the strongest.
Yeah, I didn't realize he could change his color because he was a fucking couch.
Yeah, he can basically morph himself into any person too. Like, he doesn't just stretch. And that's like pretty insane.
And he used to be a villain.
Yeah, so he's great. I don't know much about the question, but I'm sure he's great too.
I think okay, like, I don't know much either, so I'm going to be talking about my ass right now, but I think he's like DC's version of Rorschach from Watchmen.
Maybe. I mean, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
You cannot confirm or deny.
Cannot confirm or deny. I thought that was more the... Oh, man. No,
Other way around?
No. I'm thinking of a different question. Or a different question. A different person.
Any Watchmen fans out there, feel free to correct me.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about the Watchmen either.
And then just kind of like one final strange thing I really liked about the comic was the... I don't know how much creators have over this decision, but the paper that the comic was printed on, I really like.
Ooh.
It's kind of like newsprint.
Uh-huh.
You know, where it's kind of like it's not like glossy, and it's got that texture, and it's kind of grayed a little.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know why I like the texture of paper so much. I think it has to do with like the fact that I do so much origami and paper craft. You know, paper quality is important to me.
Yes.
But the feeling of the newsprint with the comic, it really makes it feel more detective-y, I guess, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I know. I don't know. That was just a detail I really liked. I don't know if they have like any control over that.
I mean, it sounds like a creative choice, but I don't think they do have control over what paper gets used. But I will say, I tend to not like the paper that DC uses.
Whoa.
Yeah, it kind of like soaks up fingerprints and stuff.
Oh, like the really glossy ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And I think Marvel does do better in terms of paper, but I mean, not by much. But then you'll get things like this and other like miniseries that uses like super cool paper. And I wonder why. I guess it's to keep cost of comics down, but like, I don't know how much more money paper is. I don't think that's like the factor that goes into how much of a comic is. So sometimes I wonder why they don't use better paper.
I don't know. I paid $3.99 for these comics, so...
Oh, that's normal price.
There you go.
So Well, dang. Why don't they use that for everything then?
Was it My Batman Who Laughs comics? The covers are in cardstock and I fucking love it.
Oh, man. You have that, is it glossy?
Yeah, but like only the cover is like covered in the gloss.
Yeah.
I think the actual pages are like they're more matted, but they're a little glossier than the Event Leviathan.
Right.
We're talking about fucking paper.
Listen, we're nerds, okay? Because that reminds me of DC's Metal. They had those glossy covers, and it reminds me of like a holographic of a like Magic the Gathering card or something.
Ooh, a foil.
Yeah, they had those like special foils for all the
Mythics.
DC Metal covers. Well, yeah, the Mythics for Magic, and I got all the foil covers for those, and I'm like super happy with the way they look.
Holy hell, sound nice.
Yeah, so that's what I thought when I think about that, but
You just kept reminding me for Magic that I kept fucking opening Rings of 3 Wishes. I got 3 of those damn things. You're talking about 1 in 30 chance or whatever, or not 1 in 30, but whatever the odds are for getting a mythic. I'm like, God damn it.
yeah. Speaking of that, here's another tangent. You got three Ring of 3 Wishes?
Yeah, so I got 9 wishes.
Yeah. I don't even think that it's that much of a valuable card to begin with, though, but it's good in Commander. Anyway, in the new expansion, Magic 2020, I got 3 Sorens.
There's a new Sorin for 2020?
There's a new just black Sorin, and I got 3 of him, and I've only opened like 10 packs at most, so I'm like, oh man, they really want me to play Sorin.
Did Sorin kill Nahiri?
I don't think so. This set's like all about Chandra, so I don't...
Oh my god.
Yeah. Who knows what happened with Nahiri and Chandra, but it's a good Sorin card that gives your vampires death touch, and his ultimate just brings a vampire back from the dead and puts it onto the battlefield without paying a mana cost. And his middle ability lets you sacrifice a vampire to kill something off from your opponent. So like the whole card just has synergy. It's great. Anyways, comics are great.
The middle ability is the +1.
Yes.
So you +1 to kill something. Okay.
Yeah. And then his minus is to bring something back that you killed. So you can use the killing thing to kill something and then just bring it back once you get to the high number. So
ironically, you got Sorin. I got a Nahiri from War of the Spark the other day.
Nice.
So do we need to do role reversal deck?
Nahiri versus Sorin. A second time? Will Nahiri lose again?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, me and Sal made some bonus content for our patrons that we did themed duel decks on MTG Arena.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. We love Magic, so.
But yeah, Event Leviathan. I think it's fun. It's a nice departure from all the fucking just massive rural, or not massive, like all the superpowers. There we go.
Yeah, and it's nice to have. I'm pretty. This is an Elseworlds, or not Elseworlds, but non-continuity thing.
I have
right?
no fucking clue.
Okay,
it's a mini-series.
It sounds like it. So those are usually the best. Like Deceased is definitely not canon.
Oh, Deceased. I would hope so. Deceased issue 3 came out. I need to read that.
Yeah, so do I. But go read comics. Go to your local comic book store and ask for recommendations, because those guys are usually great.
Yeah, thank you, Chaz.
Speaking of, I'm going on another tangent. Sorry.
You're good.
Our boy Koi.
Oh.
He released because he works for Collider, he released a video on YouTube. It's like a series he does that's called Comic Shopping.
Huh.
And he does it with celebrities where he gives them he's in a comic book store and he talks about their character on their TV show or movie, and he gives them recommendations for comics, and it's super cool. And the two that I think you would be interested in is the last one he did was with Jake Gyllenhaal
As
Mysterio, which was super cool. And the other one before that was with I don't know names like you, but Jim Hopper or Hopper.
David Harbour?
Yeah, it was with David Harbour.
Oh my god, that's so fucking cool.
So and he tweeted that his video just got like 50,000 views, and I was like, dude, good on him. Like, he's great.
Alright, yeah, go check that out too. Koi's really cool. Like, if you get if you're at a convention and you get the pleasure to meet him, he's really cool.
Yeah, he was great, and I'm excited to see where his career goes. You know, it's always an inspiration to see a nerd go far.
That was what we got excited about this week. NF music, Event Leviathan, some fucking paper, and Koi Jandra's comic show on YouTube. What was the name of that again?
It's called Comic Book Shopping.
Nice and straight to the point.
Yes, from Collider Videos.
Listeners, thank you so much for joining and enthusing with us. If you like what you heard, consider sharing with a buddy. Word of mouth is always, the best form of advertisement. If you'd like to help out the show, then a review on our iTunes and our Stitcher pages would go a long way towards podcast visibility. If you have any recommendations for the show, feel free to leave them in the comments of our SoundCloud page. If you want to see pictures from our recent Amazing Las Vegas Comic-Con coverage, or just any of our convention coverage, or see our faces, you can check out our Instagram. If you like what we do here and those nerds over there and want to help us produce the show, then consider becoming a patron. It's thanks to the support of our patrons that we get to make this show. And for our patrons, we also create some bonus content. Most recently, Sal put out a video of us eating, God, what kind of pepper was it?
Carolina Reaper.
Yes, and I straight up fucking died. Sal, you took it like a champ.
Yes, it was beef jerky, not the pepper itself. We probably would have died.
If you want a place to just hang out with us, then feel free to join our Discord. We have dedicated channels for topic discussion, show improvements, nut jar offerings. Links to all of these pages can be found on our website, thosenerdscast.wix site. That's wixsite.com/home. Sal, do you have anything to plug?
I just want to say, once again, thanks for tuning in to those tangents over there. But if you want to find me on social media, I'm at Salzik on Twitter, at Mr. Salzik on Instagram, Salzik on Twitch, and Suspiria and Friends also on Twitch, and then on my blog, gotamoment.com.
You can find me on social media at ArielEyes_. I don't post much, but it's a good way to get in contact with the show. Or you can always contact us at Those Nerdscast too. Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you again next Wednesday.
Goodbye.